I mean, how are you looking at the overall market at the moment?
Thanks, Cara. At the moment, I've got a cautious stance with the overall market. So, look, regular viewers know I've been pretty bullish for a while, but the way it's been behaving the last couple of weeks just has me a little bit on the defensive. Um, as you mentioned, big moves on the downside that we've seen, a lot of volatility, obviously things to be worried about. I guess there's always something to be worried about, but just the price action out there is just making me be a little bit defensive here.
Well, let's have a look at the chart for the ASX 200. What are we looking at in terms of levels?
So what I've got here is a daily chart of the ASX 200, starting from the beginning of this year. And the blue line here is the 50-day exponential moving average. So I've mentioned this line before. It's just a nice, easy filter to use for not only our market, but the US market as well. And basically, when I see that line get broken, it just makes me a little bit cautious. So as we could see here, there have been occasions throughout the year where the market has breached that line, but you'll notice that every time up until recently, when it has breached that line, the market's been able to get back above it the next day. So the difference here is, as we could see at the top right-hand side of the chart, we did break under that 50-day couple of weeks ago, and we've generally stayed under it. There was a day there where we got back above it. Today we've sort of touched it and come back a little. So at the moment we've basically been spending a couple of weeks under that 50 days. So a couple of weeks ago I used that trigger to just advise my clients just to, if we could sell a stock or two, just to free up a little bit of cash and just see what happens. So at the moment, it's not full-blown negative sell everything, but as I said, just the market overall looks quite tired. It's struggling to rally. We could see that it is starting to head lower compared to previously, where if it did take a bit of a breather, we had more of a sideways breather. So I just think the odds are at the moment that we'll most likely see lower levels over the next few weeks.